there, and thanks for joining me on my channel all about exploring living in the Tri-Cities, Washington. Today what we're going to do is we're going to go into North Richland, which is the historic part of Richland. That's where our older homes are. That's where the heart of Richland actually really is. The little city of Richland, our parks, our opportunities for entertainment and shopping and mingling and all sorts of different things. So that's where we're going to start. Now, being historic, we're going to be looking at homes that were built anywhere from about 1943, 44 up until even later. In fact, one housing development that I want to show you, just because I have to always be throwing in what is available for build in the Tri-Cities, Washington. We are a huge new build community. So we have lots of opportunity for that with all of our wide open spaces. With that said, we don't really grow up so much. We do pretty much grow out flat. We're kind of called like the urban sprawl. But let's look down at my map for a minute. My name is Kayla Corbin, and I am with eXp Realty. And if you are interested in following me to learn more about areas of the Tri-Cities, the people, the entertainment, the homes that are available here, our housing market even for fact, please register below. Sign up with me. All my contact information is below, and I would love to hear from you. So let's get busy today. What we're looking at is Richland, Washington. And I want to start off this video tour with a show of the Google map, because I want to give you an idea of the different homes. I've got 4 different communities that I'm going to take you in. Communities being like that, but 4 different areas of North Richland that I want to share with you. And those homes now will be built anywhere from 1944 upwards of in the mid-1970s. And then I'm actually even going to show you some townhomes that are currently in the process of being built where you can have your brand new own home. So we still have that opportunity, and Tri-Cities is a wonderful opportunity for actually building a brand new home, and it's affordable. So we can get into that later on another video. But today, again, we're going to go into North Richland. So let's go to my Google map. Okay, see you there. All right, so here we are on the Google map. And what I want to show you here is this area here is Richland. You can see the red line, and I'm not going to muck it up with my trying to draw around it. But Richland is very large. We are anywhere from the west of the Columbia River, which is here, or southwest of that. Now, over on this side of the river, or this part of Richland, is our newer area. And this is actually going to be newer homes, newer communities, and a lot of it is actually with views, because these are hills. Even though you can't see it on this map, these are hillsides. So even though we're the high desert, we still have plenty of hills to be on. So let's go back to here. Coming in, we're going to get off with this exit right here. It's going to deposit us into the main vein of North Richland, and that's going to be on George Washington Way. So what I want to show you though is getting there. Coming from here is going to be on I-182. This coming from here on 182 brings you from Pasco as it pertains to coming, navigating around the Tri-Cities. Coming, if you're headed east on 182, you would be coming from what is Benton City, which is also an area that is popular around here. And then if you're coming along on 240, this is going to bring you from either the South Richland area or the Kennewick area. So here we are. We're going to deposit here into the center of the city. And what we're focusing on today is going to be just in here. That's where we're going to go tour today, because this is what is considered North Richland and also historic Richland. There's a lot of history in Richland. Believe it or not, actually you'll believe this, but in 1943, during World War II, the government became aware of the need to start building nuclear warheads. And they looked for an area that they could do that had a vast space with low inhabitants, so that, obviously safety was an issue as well as secrecy. So they chose Richland here. And at the time, Richland, it was kind of called White Bluffs, Hanford, and Richland. And again, this was back in the 1943 when we established this. And they came in with eminent domain and took over the 250 farms that were established in this area to build the Manhattan Project. So that all started in 1943 during World War II. Before 1943, 250 families, like I'd mentioned. And then by 1944, there were 15,000 people that lived in Richland, Washington. So you can imagine what the growth and the housing requirements were at that time to bring all these people in so that they could work out in the area. And so what happened is the need to grow that quickly and house all these people. Some people lived in tents actually when they first came, but they hired an architect out of Spokane, Washington, who created a series of designs of homes that could be put up in a matter of weeks or even less for that matter. Some of them were actually brought in on tractors. They were already assembled and just brought in. Those are really small ones, and believe it or not, they still exist, like 600 square feet. Basically shacks so that you could have a roof overhead, make yourself dinner, and get to work on time. So speaking of that, when you do live in North Richland, if you're to work out in the area for some of our bigger companies that it still exists today, which is going to be Hanford itself, and I'm just naming a few, Pacific Northwest National Labs, Bechtel, Hanford, just to name a couple. If you're working out in that area and have to show up for work, that's a great place to live is in North Richland. One of the great places to live is in North Richland because it's a really easy commute, because people talk about literally 10 minutes to get to work from North Richland. So let's get down to our map again, and I'm going to start zooming in. Let me erase all this stuff. Okay, now let's zoom into the area that we're going to look at. Like I said, we're going to come in on this road here, and this is going to be George Washington Way. And when you come in here, you've got your Columbia. We have a golf course. We have lots of golf courses in the Tri-City area, but we have a really popular one here, Columbia Point Golf Course. And then we also have another area called Columbia Point, which has several high-end hotels. It has condos, pretty much walking distance, a lot of entertainment there. Your more higher-end restaurants will be there in Richland. And so, but as we come in further, where I really want to focus is more as we move into the communities that I want to show. You can see that we're staying right here on the Columbia River. And this area here is referred to as the Gold Coast District. And the homes that were built here, as you can see, are along the river. So they're going to have views. They're a little more of the upper end of our alphabet homes. They're still alphabet, however. But these were built for the officers of the corporations that were here. So we're going to start there. And then the next place I want to take you is a location over here. By the way, the homes over in the Gold Coast area and in the historic Richland, the alphabet homes, all started being built in about 1944. So this home that I'll show you here is in 1944, and I'll mention that again. This area here, just off the main strip, this is a newer area, but it was still built in the 1970s. So you're going to see that the community there has a little bit different look and feel. And then the next place that I want to take you are homes in this area that are range around the 300,000 mark. So homes can be very affordable here. They're going to be a little bit smaller, and these are definitely your alphabet homes, and you'll get to see what they look like and get a feel for those neighborhoods as well. And finally, what I will show you is here where some new townhomes are being built up on the hill. And sure, they're townhomes. A lot of them are 3 levels, but they overlook the river and the town of Richland itself. So there's still opportunities for brand new build if that's what you want. They're abound in the Tri-Cities, and we will be talking about that through all of our videos. All right, I think you've got a good understanding of the outlay of where we're going to go on this walking tour. So let's get busy. But before we do, I want to remind you that if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe below and let me know where you live and if what your time frame is. All my contact information is in the details below. And further, if you actually are considering moving to the Tri-Cities, I'd love to help you. So I can either help you hone in on what part of the area that you might like to live, depending on the style of living that you want, the style of home you want, the space that you want, all of those factors. But if you have a place in general that I have yet to speak about and would like to learn more, please reach out to me. Either contact me from my information below or leave a comment for me, and we will put that on our list to hit next. But I'd love to personalize one of these tours for you. All right, let's get going.
Neighborhood in North Richland. This one was built in the 1970s. These homes in here typically 1960. Just giving you an idea of how well the yards are manicured, how well taken care of these homes are. And I'm going to show you a few just on a little walk here. And then I do want to show you a home that is for sale here in the area. And these homes in here run anywhere from $500,000 to $575,000. The home I'm going to show you is running for $525,000, and it's fully remodeled and fresh. It was built in 1976, 2,438 square feet, and it's got 3 bedrooms and 3 baths. So here we are at this home that is for sale. Lovely home. And again, we're not going to go in, but it's 2,438 square feet and known for all of its very clever little spaces and eclectic charm. So this kind of gives you an idea what a neighborhood in the 500 to 600,000 range would look in Richland, North Richland. People here, they love the area. They love the community, the people. Even though the homes are older, it is a well sought after area because of its relativity to easy access to shopping and nightlife and activities. Howard Amon Park, which is just a bit down the hill here, that has miles of bike trail, walking trail, what have you, along the Columbia River. All right, so let's take a look at a home here in Richland. We're still in North Richland, historic Richland, and we're right across from the river. The Columbia River is right there, as well as the pathway where you can ride, walk, do whatever you need. This home here that we're walking by is running for $625,000 today. It is fully remodeled 4.3 with 3-car garage that was added on after the fact. And it's 3,800 square feet. It's a charmer, beautiful charmer home. I'll give you a little history on this. So this would be considered the Gold Coast District. Again, was meant for officers and those higher ups in the companies that were coming to the Tri-Cities after the war. So about 1948, 44, as I mentioned, this house was built in 19. All right, I'm going to take you for a little stroll here in more downtown, closer to downtown anyway, of historic Richland. These homes here were built in 1948. They're cute little homes. They're 1,200 square feet. All have a basement, single story. And this was part of the project after we got done with the Manhattan project, actually. And the area continued to grow because of our continued need for plutonium. So we continue to have many workers here, and they needed housing to live. Now this little house here, I want to point out, it's 1,126 square feet. It's a 3-1 with a basement. It went on the market 6 days ago for $287,500, and it's currently pending feasibility inspection. So it just goes to show you that it was probably very well priced, and I imagine it's immaculate inside. It looks wonderful. In a neighborhood such as this, when your homes are running about the 280 to 300 mark, as you know, you're going to have a variety of well-kept houses and those that maybe are not so well-kept. Next, I want to take you to a development where we have brand new townhomes being built. All right, so in Richland, we're going to take a look at a home, that brand new home that you can get into for around $410,000. These are townhomes, walking distance to a lot of amenities right here, like the grocery store is just down here. You also have a view, and I'm going to show you that in a minute, but hopefully you can see the top of these. They do run pretty tall. Most of them right now are 3-story. They are green built, and they come ready for your electric vehicle car to be plugged in, as well as the stairs are equipped with the infrastructure in order to build chairlifts to get up the stairs of your 2 or 3 stories. What I'm showing you here, and hopefully you can see the top of them, is this 3-story home, and we've got workers, they're still developing it. Behind me is going to be your example of the 2-story homes, and those overlook the city. So we'll get a picture, or we'll get a view of that as we go through. They say they're two-car garages. Oh yes, this is kind of what I thought. Here's your 2-car garage. You have to stack your cars one on top of each other, so that's going to be a coordination if you live with more than one person. Oh, cute little backyards, easy maintenance. And here's an idea of what your view is going to be. That's Richland High School's football field there.